In a suburb of a Kenyan coastal town, we met this woman who's too afraid to show her face. In 2013, just 3 months into her marriage, she was lured to join Al-Shabab. She tells us her husband, who had left for Somalia immediately after their wedding, called for her. She was taken to a forest where for 6 months she lived with other women and took care of the fighters, but never saw her husband.
I felt bad that I didn't find my husband. I just prayed and tried to get out. The men we were serving made us cook and sleep with them.
Hundreds of young Kenyans are said to have joined Al-Shabab for economic and ideological reasons. Some have carried out attacks in the country that have killed many.
What is very important is to study the recruitment patterns in each community. People who have been recruited from Majengo, Isli, the coast or south coast, Kwale or northeastern are recruited for different reasons. So we have to study who are the ones who are at risk and for what reasons in each of those communities, and then tailor our programs around that.
There is a government amnesty for those who now wish to leave the group. More than 1,000 have already surrendered to security forces. Most of the returnees are coming back to neighborhoods like this one, where dozens of young people are said to have joined Al-Shabab. There are, however, concerns that with very little help to rebuild their lives, they could rejoin the group or other criminal gangs. But people here in Isili, one of the affected neighborhoods in Nairobi, are also concerned about the continued threat to other young people. Like these teenagers, they're in a support group where they talk about their problems, fears, and how to better their lives. They say they're worried about local gangs and other groups. They also told us that most people in such areas don't trust security forces enough to report crimes. They asked us not to reveal their identities.
Police here target young people. They see us as criminals. I wouldn't tell the police anything I know.
Back at the coast, a local human rights organization screens a film on the dangers of joining armed groups. This is just one of several initiatives in place to empower young people. These programs are few and far in between, but those running them say despite that, they hope that somehow the message will finally be heard. Catherine Soy, Al Jazeera, Nairobi.